Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I guess still good morning to everybody. And thank you very much for coming. Well, so-called Masterclass, but to be honest, today it's something I'd like to show you from restaurant trade, something I know, and that you can use ideas and technique, or more like ideas, to at home, that kind of. So very simple. I gave you a couple of recipes. I do that one, kill that one quick, and then I do all other little bit more fun stuff. And also, during a class, please, any time if you have questions, just hands up. And Susanna is going to ask, and then if I can answer, she will answer you.
Oh, I don't think I can top you, Chef.
Okay, first of all, let's begin. Okay. It's a lobster mousse. Of course, there is two ways. You cook the lobster and cream and butter and so on. Our cooking is, we hardly use butter or cream in the cooking. And also, most important, everybody said to us, so what kind of food do you do? French, Japanese, French. Some people think it's Japanese, or even depends on the menu. I use Chinese ingredients, whatever. Oh, you can cook Chinese food. Not really. It's basically use highest quality ingredients, freshest ingredients, and add certain techniques or spice or herbs or way cooking, grill, steam, whatever. It's to enhance the flavor of the ingredients, and that's all it is. So you will see what I do today. Maybe you think, is that all? Maybe. So we'll see. Okay. First of all, of course, lobster mousse. So you need lobster. Believe it or not, they actually looks like they're still alive.
It's alive? That's a live lobster. Yes? Oh my God, you're not going to put my fingers in there.
Yeah.
No.
No?
He'll bite me.
Yeah, believe it or not,
He's alive. Ah!
So it's, as you know, do you know how to take out the meat from lobster? I mean, it's still raw lobster, but
are you going to kill it before so it doesn't suffer, or you're not going to just...
I think slowly, death is not a very nice thing to do, just like this.
Fast and quick.
Yes.
Some people put the lobster in the freezer first to numb it. Is
Yes.
that a good idea?
I don't think so.
No, not a
And
good
also, lobster get too cold. I mean, you slowly killing it too. So
Yeah,
I don't really like that idea. But in the end, this has to die. But see what I mean? Okay, so just
So you just twist and the tail comes off.
yes. Do magic. Thank you.
And you're just cutting all the connective bones
Yes, just the
or the shell.
back of the shell. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that. After taking meat out, I tell you how done this. Okay, just.
Oh, very easy. It just peels right out. You make it look easy, Chef.
And that's a little trick to it. I explain
Yeah, but
to
that's
you.
what I mean. You make it look easy.
So just. I mean, live one, so you can eat even sashimi form if you wish to have. And to take meat out, first of all, keep the boiling water. I didn't want to do it in the front. So, but again, you can actually, if you don't want a live one, put the knife into here. Stab them, and then put in a sink for 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes, and then will die. Then boiling water, just only holding like this.
In the boiling water.
But bring it. Oh my God, still alive. Anyway, put the tail part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe below 10 seconds. Take it out and put it in the ice water. So then separates from fresh, like a little
from the bone.
Skin from the shell. That's all it is. Otherwise, no way else you can take meat out like this. And this way, zero waste. I know a lot of people do. First of all, just take the tail out and then try to sort of use knife to take meat out. Waste of time and too much wasting in the meat as well. So I highly recommend it to do this.
Do you put salt in the boiling water, Chef?
No.
No salt.
No salt, just boiling water. Okay. So, just to clean the fresh. So what do you do? Just take center and then take bine out. Just like so.
So now it's clean.
Clean, yes. And just take this on the edge of the sort of skin.
That's not very tasty.
Hold that.
Is that where most of the meat is, in the tail? Most of it?
Basically, and then claw.
And the claw.
Best yield out of it is around about under 1 kilogram. So say 800, 9 bit. It's actually you get best yield out of it after all. Because when you become bigger, naturally, shell gets thickened as well, become thicker, so become heavier naturally. So then actually not much, 1.4 kilogram. And then the shop saying, oh, I'll give you a deal, a little bit cheaper than that. No. So normally that sort of size are most expensive too. So just cut up the small pieces. This recipe, only you got to be fresh. So obviously you can see. Okay. And we make.
Would this recipe be nice with shrimp, Chef? If
we can get very fresh, depends what sort of shrimp you talking about.
Like nice tiger shrimp, nice big one, maybe, no?
Tiger, I don't think so, tiger is. Unless the Japanese one called amaebi and also the botan shrimp. That kind of prawns, yes.
That kind, yes.
Yes. Just like that.
They're too quiet, huh?
Yes, I know.
I know, because they want to watch you. They're very intense. Anybody have any questions so far? You can give him the hard ones. I'll take the easy ones. Yes, sir. Is it a crayfish?
Okay, crayfish and the lobster's differences. In Australia, I mean, a few Australians here, I think, we call southern rock lobster, they call, but no nippers. That's why I call crayfish. And then we call crayfish means with nippers. The lobster, called lobster, have to have nippers.
Any other questions? Yes. That's directly in the water, Chef, when you put it in 10 seconds.
Directly into the water, boiling water. 10 seconds? No, because as you see it, hasn't even changed the color, right? Because membrane is between shell and then skin, so that's why you can see here. when you cook, then sort of soon as touch the heat, they actually remove from the shell.
Separates.
That's why it separates it.
Yeah.
That's why you can take it out. Otherwise, fresh ones, no way in earth you can take it out. So.
Good question.
So I'm gonna make for you tasting is all same time because when you make it, it takes around about at least 40 minutes to hour in the fridge to set.
And is this the kind of dish, chef, that you could prepare all what you're doing right now? Prepare it in the morning before you're going to serve it in the evening, and put it in the fridge. It's okay, and you can
okay
work with
too.
it later.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Yep.
in the morning or afternoon. That's also too. What I'm going to show you today, even not on the list, but a few other sort of like, at home, how to when entertaining families or friends are coming to the home, and something sort of. That easy to do it. So I promise you show you a few things.
Chef Tetsuya, it is known that to be able to get a place in his restaurant, I'm sure you've heard the buzz, it's true, 3 months to 4 months maybe to get a reservation. We've been waiting a year from Gourmet Abu Dhabi of last year, right? To come and see you. So that's how long you have to wait for this amazing chef's dishes.
But,
Is it true though? That's true, huh?
True.
Yeah.
True.
There's a solution.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Yes. The restaurant? Where in Australia?
Middle of the city, Sydney,
Sydney.
Kent Street.
Yes. One lobster tail feed or one lobster? One lobster tail is the portion?
Depending on the portion you're gonna do it. But this is actually no cream, no butter, but very rich. So it's a very small amount you need. So this month I'll feed you everybody. So actually very economical too.
The meat itself is very rich, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very filling, so you don't need a lot of it.
Okay, now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. But when you make bookings, been since Tuesday we're here?
I'm sorry.
We're here since Tuesday or Monday? Tuesday. Been amazing hospitality we received. And seriously, hotel, the chefs, everybody here. I'm first time actually to this part of the world. And that's very impressed and very enjoyed it. So when you make booking, I'm not kidding it, try. It's, we have 5 people take a reservation in my restaurant. And I was actually in Abu Dhabi. Just say I'm from Abu Dhabi and then saw me, and I'm sure they help you there. I promise you. Seriously.
Well, we welcome you here, Chef, in this part of the world.
Something I have to give back, so that's a deal. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Came out from freezer. Maybe you think, why? It's when I'm going to make cold dish, so better to be. It's when you spin. Doesn't matter how good machinery you have. Even normal blender. If you don't have Thermomix, you can use blender as well. But this is very fast. It's the fastest machine you can get. So we use this today, but just. When you spin, it gives you heat. So that's why at least start with very, very cold. Okay. Chef, you stop. No?
No. What would be the equivalent of something people can use at home?
Blender.
A blender.
Blender. But you can make ice cream, by the way.
What about this one, Chef? Could we use an immersion blender as well? No, it doesn't.
Not enough power.
Not enough power. You need one of those
speed.
heavy-duty ones.
Okay, this is already, last night we made excess the shellfish, so the stock we made, just with head, crush it, and tomato paste, and onion, celery, carrots, whatever handy, and just cook slowly, and that's it. So just small amount first. maybe I show you. Just like this.
So did you cover the lobster
Just about
pretty much?
first.
Just immersed it, barely.
And white pepper. As to when I started this business, I thought, sometimes, I'm sure this is salt, but I often very fine salt as a sugar, or, you thought of sugar, then you thought salt with sugar. So I still today, after 50 years old, still, I can't help it. And, okay, this is an option to do, but you don't need a lot. But for the shellfish, it's a protein. So just sugar like this.
About a quarter of a teaspoon.
Salt. And salt. Initially, just small amount. We can add it later, okay? But you need the salt to actually, salt and sugar put together and the protein sets. No power. Start slowly. Only I think is always a problem is when you're doing blender or robot cook, when you're high speed you get noisy, you can't do anything about it. So, seal is not that great. Okay. So you change actually you notice that change the sound. It's like a become paste, become like this. I don't know if you can see it or not. No. Can you see it?
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost jelly-like.
Yes. So from now,
More stock. So what's the consistency you're looking for, Chef?
sort of like a runny,
Runny. So you can pour.
almost. So now start liquidizing now. What I'm trying to make is a liquid lobster. That's all it is. And I'm going to use herb, which is the tarragon. The chopped fresh tarragon.
What is this? Parsley?
Tarragon.
Tarragon.
Tarragon. This is Arabic cooking they're using.
Yes, we use it, and in Arabic it's called tarragon. Tarragon. And it has a licoricey taste.
Correct.
It goes
Yeah.
really nice with seafood.
Seafood. So now, can you see? Now it starts very shiny.
Ah. Oh, yes, nice.
Okay.
And still jelly-like, it wobbles.
Yes. Let's do just like,
Very nice.
just mix up. how to check the saltiness. Can be lobster actually itself quite salty. So, recipe sometimes, why you don't precisely exactly how many grams? Everybody different. So some people like a little bit more saltier, and some people not. Or either itself has a salt in it, because seafood product. So just.
And that's really the only way to know, is to taste. It's probably perfect.
Recipe's up.
Is it perfect? No?
Just like life. Your life perfect?
I like perfect. I try.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
it.
is perfect. Nothing
Exactly.
is perfect.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Okay. A little bit more time. Can I have a chives, please? Chives. Okay, now. Okay, a little bit more stock. Make sure also stock is very, very, very cold as well.
Cold, chef?
Cold.
Cold.
Chilled, yes.
Because you want to maintain the temperature of the seafood, right?
Yes. Very nice. And small amount of chives.
Chives.
Chives. Okay. Okay, now finishing up the dish now. A little more white pepper. Extra virgin olive oil. So olive oil actually gives the shyness and also smooth up the, become like a mousse. Okay, just
Does it also help to bind it together, the oil?
like a emulsifier. Give the emulsification.
To emulsify it. This is a good time to acknowledge the students of the European College who are all here behind the scenes working so hard. I'd like to acknowledge them. So you know, they're working really hard back there. Right, Chef?
Yes.
We couldn't do it all alone.
Without, of course.
No way.
Okay, give you one extra.
Wow. Now the color is totally changed. It's like a creamy salmon color. Was this one of the dishes you had yesterday at your lovely dinner?
No,
No.
not supposed to do actually.
Has
so
to be
that,
something different, yeah. Well, I missed it, but I heard it was amazing. Everybody's
Oh,
talking
thank you.
about it today.
So become like this. Become like this. So that's enough for everybody you can serve. So what are you going to do? Next. I just put that as it is, put in the fridge. So normally a minimum about 45 minutes, 1 hour to just set.
So how long do you keep it in the fridge, Chef?
45 minutes, 1 hour.
45
At least.
minutes to an hour.
So that's what I did first to do this.
Okay.
And then we move on. So another recipe we promised to do, I guess, is the scampi dish, which is the Do you know what is a scampi is? I'm sure everyone knows. Langoustine or deep sea prawns, which is actually scampi is. This is particular I use today is from New Zealand. You can get Japan, also you can get from New Zealand obviously, and Australia West Coast. We actually get them as well. And particularly New Zealand one, I find the sweetest, because also they catch more than 500 meters deep. It's a very deep, that's why I call deep sea prawns as well. It's a very sweet. And you can eat as raw as well. You can like sashimi, it's sweeter, just on soy sauce. Delicious. Mm-hmm. Or either like Italian way, the carpaccio, just cut in half, just like this.
And you can eat just like this?
Yes. And put on the plate, take out from the shell, just line up salt and the olive oil, squeeze lemon juice. Delicious. But we have to show you something, other things. So we do something very simple and very tasty. Okay. So just a scampi bean, take tail off, cut in half. That's all, just like this. Okay.
And there's a reason why you keep the tail on. Why is the reason you keep the shell on?
Because you're going to roast it.
Yes, and it keeps the flavor.
No, it doesn't stick on the grill.
It doesn't stick. Okay, doesn't stick.
Something different. That was a different kind of salt. You can't trust on chef as well, I don't know. Okay, just small amount of salt. And white pepper.
What is that?
White pepper.
White pepper. Yes. The feminine pepper. Yeah, I know. I asked Chef Lee yesterday, and I told him, what's the difference and why do you prefer? He says, I think white pepper is more feminine. So I accepted that.
Oh, depends how he uses it. Don't worry, I know him a long time, so I know. Do you think?
This was the answer he gave to me.
Okay. This is the tea. You know, drinking Ceylon tea. That's pounded.
Ceylon tea?
Ceylon tea.
Yeah, that's ground.
Ground.
Yeah.
You know, tea has tannin. That tannin really gives the lift the actual sweetness of the shellfish. So actually, when you branching the lobster or shrimps, boiling water with salt, pinch of sugar, that's always nice. And then with the, just put the tea bag in it, few tea bag, and cook it. And trust me, it tastes very, very good. Yes?
You would always use Ceylon tea for cooking your scampis or shrimp, or you use another kind of tea?
You can use other things too. It depends what you like. You see, one thing, you know, I'm not precious about the recipe at all for myself. Okay, today I feel like something else, then I use it. And then maybe a better or worse, and then always I try. And also everybody is different. So it different, you know, some people like saltier or some smoky sort of taste you want, then use the other teas. We can use that too. And even Chinese tea, again, different too. But what makes it? Tannin. That tannin lifts the shellfish taste. And that's all it is. I'm not trying to do something different. I'm not. I'm definitely not. So it's good. Yeah. Yeah, you can. So far, I thought sort of accessible for a lot of people, and also accessibility. So easy. You open the cabinet, nobody has.
You have tea. Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. Well, cooking is an adventure.
Black, yes, black tea, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I'll pass
Yeah.
it around so you can see it when he's finished using it, if you
Yes.
don't mind.
Okay, and then when you sprinkle like this. So if you want to do, cut in half, small lobster or something when you have. You want to roast it, what you do for the lobster, paint it olive oil, or either grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil, okay? And then tea, salt and pepper, and put on a small amount of tea and roast it. Then you know the taste difference. That's the only thing you can do. Cooking book, same too. Often do you think, you read somebody's cookery book, and then, I cooked something undercooked and they overcooked and whatever. Because you got to think, different ingredients, same lobster, but depend the size. When you did, it's a cold lobster or even meat or whatever. So, and it depends on your appliances too. Some of them are, very efficient, and then also very good recovery, sort of a high power oven or not. That makes cooking time different. It's a cooking is like use every sense.
Sensual.
Yes. Oh, I think it is.
Yeah,
it
sensual
is.
experience. That's what cooking is. You use all your senses.
Depends
And
who,
it's an adventure.
that's everything, yes. How is that?
It is. You taste, you hear, you...
Depends who cooking with it too.
Yeah.
Some of my Italian friends said to me, Italians, and French too, it's improve the relationship with cooking. It's if sometimes it's haven't seen each other or whatever it is, or argue after this and cook together, then all fixed. That's what he says.
Yeah, of course, it's love, right?
And also too, you think about it. I mean, if you're at home, you're cooking, somebody you don't like, would you put the effort to cook? You don't, do you?
May I pass this around,
please,
Chef?
Please, of course.
Okay. So pass it around.
And so this is ready, okay? It's very quick. So I will show you what the sauce is. Can I make oil, please? Okay. This is also too, we actually didn't have a big pot, so we couldn't do it. It's when you take off, you see, cut off like that. So more than half is the head. Okay. This head, just put in a pot, crushed it. Okay. Make exactly same as normal stock you make. Onion, celery, carrots, black peppercorns, and some sort of herbs. And like thyme, rosemary, if you like, and a couple cloves of garlic. And just bring to boil, and make sure plenty tomato paste. Make sure tomato concentrate or paste. Best color one, even though extract out the flavor and the color one, use Greek ones. Greek tomato concentrate or the paste. And they're most darkest tomato paste you can get.
The Greek flavor.
Greek one,
Yeah.
yes. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And so, when you start boiling it, okay? So then put the grapeseed oil or the vegetable. I highly recommend it, grapeseed oil, okay? And whatever amount, doesn't really matter. So, shell. This is level of the shell in a pot is this deep, example. Shell here. So just above shell, up to that, put the water in it and bring it to boil. And then bring it to boil, all the ingredients in, put the oil in it. So example, 15, 20 heads, you can make almost 1 liter of the oil. It's easily. And how to make like this color oil, you will taste later. It naturally comes up because water and the oil never mix. So when you're boiling it, like what oil actually disappear almost. And then after turn off, sit there, sitting on there.
The oil will float to
naturally
the surface.
skim off. That's it. And then full of flavor. So you can use this is for particular this dish, but also keep in the fridge very well. Or either put in an airtight container, put in the freezer. They're not going to freeze anyway, it's oil. Right? And then you can use a pasta even. Garlic. If you don't have scampi, even prawns. Okay? And just saute them, and salt, pepper, and this, and a little bit fresh tarragon, right? And put the pasta in it. That's it.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very concentrated. Very, very concentrated. Even smell. I mean, you can smell.
Yes. Yes, I can smell the fish. Now, why is it that you recommend grapeseed oil?
Because grapeseed oil is most neutral. No taste.
No taste.
And also very high smoking point.
Smoking point, yeah.
So it's and take a long time to oxidize.
Yeah, so it withstands a lot of heat.
Yes.
Not like olive
Correct.
oil that would
Yes.
burn quickly.
But again, same time, you can imagine water inside, so only 100 degrees. Not going to burn the oil anyway. But actually, it doesn't change the taste. So grapeseed oil, I think, is I highly recommend.
Very
it.
good.
Okay. All right. Now, preheat the oven. This is 230 degrees. Hottest you can set this one. So,
4 minutes,
right,
approximately? How long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay, a small bowl. Mixing it.
Can I pour you a drink, Chef?
No, fine.
I have San Pellegrino here.
Small like this.
Can I pour you a drink? No?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay. San Pellegrino, a bottle of the best. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Cheers. Delicious, huh?
Very nice. Okay, meantime, just make a little season sauce, which is nothing, just pre-made oil. Fresh tarragon. Shellfish, somehow, in my restaurant, we use a lot of tarragon. I just, very, very personal. Cooking is personal, I think, so.
So you've just added some chopped tarragon to that oil, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And the vinegar. And just small amount, just very small amount of the sherry vinegar.
Sherry vinegar?
Sherry vinegar.
Any substitute for sherry vinegar if we don't have that?
Banyos, if still know, banyo vinegar, banyos.
Banyos.
Do you know?
A substitute for that too, please. I don't know what that is.
Bagno is southern France, is the area called Bagnos. That makes the vinegar that's very nice as well.
Okay. Could we use a balsamic vinegar? Would it work?
No.
No.
Red wine vinegar.
No. No balsamic
If
vinegar.
not, red wine vinegar.
Okay. You're the chef.
No, it's
No,
again,
yeah.
if not even rice vinegar as well. It's just tiny amount. This is when you taste it. Give me a hand.
Okay. There it goes. Very, very subtle. Very nice flavor. Thank you. Very nice. You can't even taste the vinegar. It's just balanced.
Okay. Done. So, how to check it? Just use your finger, just like, long as hot. Make sure don't cook through, otherwise become mushy. Okay? So, just a little garnish. I mean, could be anything. This is seaweed called ogonori. This is only a few minutes, yes. Touch it. So you notice that cooking is touching. You touch it, you see them. Just there is recipe, but there isn't really when you think about it. Actually, easiest way I'll show you another thing.
So this is seaweed, right?
Yes, and also easier to eat. So I'll show you one thing like this. See the hand, just like this. So half cook. So that way. Okay, try.
Thank you. Just melts in the mouth. Delicious. And the tea, what a nice flavor. That's why I love my job. Very nice, Chef.
Thank you very much. So you can do so easy, but just easier to eat. Just someone pick a finger and then so just a little care. If you don't like somebody, you don't necessarily do that. It's true, isn't it?
Very nice presentation too. Beautiful. You have a flower.
I wish I can. A bit of waste, but never mind. Okay, here. So then, just scampi oil and tarragon, and just a small amount of vinegar.
A work of art. What is this?
This is a leek,
leeks.
julienne leeks.
The white part of the leek, just very finely
And
sliced.
and this is just nori,
Nori.
julienne. Yes. So this is the roasted New Zealand scampi seasoned with tea, with the scampi oil.
Beautiful.
Yes. Maybe month. What you do when you make, okay? If you wanna initially use straight away, keep in a week or so in the fridge. Otherwise, airtight container or bottle, put in the freezer. Become thickened, but you never freeze anyway. And you can keep more than a month. Actually, he's actually come from where the scampi come from. Oh, it's from New Zealand. In Australia, actually, more New Zealand people than actually people in New Zealand. So, true. So, any questions? Okay. Another thing. Now we're going to do. Please. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Yes. Okay. No, of course. Okay. Just take like this. Take tail off. Can you see? You can come out if you like, please. If you like, come over. Yeah, come this way, please. Come, yeah, please. I do first one, do a second one, okay? Why not? Okay, so now, okay, what you do, okay, just send it here like this.
A very sharp knife, no doubt.
And then just take around. That's it. So, may I have your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Now, Elizabeth's going to do oh no, knife you hold always. Unless you're in doctor or something, they used to have surgery. So. Okay, just aim for here. Okay, and just start. Okay? I just start with you first. Okay. Then one go like that. Don't put the finger like this. Okay, like that. Yes, and then hold it. Yes.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Yes, cut through. Okay, voila. And then comes like that. Then what you do? One go like
One
that.
go.
One go
Quick
like
chop.
that.
Sure.
Quick chop.
Like this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well done.
Well done. That's it. So then, okay, do like this. Perfect. So would you like to cook it? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Well done. So, not hard, right? This is actually, to be honest with you, frozen. Okay, unless you're in Japan or Europe, even Europe also very hard, rarely you can get it. Okay, it's because such a deep sea prawns, you know, such a far away out on the ocean. So then they instantly IQF, instantly freeze. And because otherwise, when they come up, already dead. And if you don't do it, if you don't freeze it, it's rot, like within hour or two. So that's how that comes. And they even box saying which day, which even ship, it's written. It's that precise. I mean, it's not cheap product, but a guarantee and wonderful product. Something you got to think about it too. I mean, frozen, certain shellfish particular, you can't keep. So naturally you can, I think we go here, so I'm sure they can buy them here easily,
very
right?
easy to find,
easy
yeah.
to find it, right?
Yeah.
So any questions? I like that. Actually, everyone is keen. That's good.
Everybody's good.
Cooking-
they are all
cooking-
keen. They're
cooking
keen to
is a-
see dish number 2 now.
The third.
That's it? Third. Yeah.
Yes. Fresh tarragon, chopped tarragon. Fresh tarragon, and then drop of the vinegar. I use sherry vinegar, but could be anything. But red wine, okay too. Just small. I mean, you
Just
couldn't taste it.
couldn't barely
just,
taste it, yeah.
It's vinegar lifts actual shellfish the taste.
Yeah, it just
and then
brightens
rounds
it
it.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yes. About hour. And also very easy when you're making it and then taste the oil, because oil has a taste, not only color. So when you taste it, oil has a taste, and done. Okay, I had to do dinner last night, and I'm sure everyone knows steak. I mean, Wagyu steak is nowadays, Wagyu means Japanese beef. That's all it is. But again, there is different grade, and also how they... We have to cover them because otherwise oxides change the color, so I'll open for you. Okay, thank you.
And we are very lucky in the UAE. We can get this steak as well. It's available to us.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is also so many variety, because variety of cattle, and in Japan, where come from, which farmer grows, and that makes price and also the taste different. And when you're in Japan, you get so many varieties, so you know it's a taste different. And some people like Sanda, Kobe, Hida, it's so many. It's a region. One thing is first thing is choose region, and the next thing is which farmer. Even spec on the numbers on. And this one is Australia because with certain brand we can bring here. So we brought in, this is the Australian ones. Even Australian Wagyu now export to Japan, believe it or not. That's a different taste. And this one is particular, first time even I tasted too. It's an Australian, this is 3 years old, female, virgin. Yeah, true, this is true, okay. Everyone's laughing yesterday, said, this is, that's how they call them. When I actually spoken to supplier, I said, look, we do events in here, so I want the best of the best, can you choose it? But again, until process, you don't know inside is what the marble scores are, everything else. So they chose them. Normally they don't kill female that easy because it can be a stock, become stock animal as well. So normally I kill the boys, but this time actually I got the female. Female is always sweeter. Taste is different and also much more, how to explain that? I found the sweeter meat and the tenderness also different. And that's why I call the, sometimes why I said the virgin, I believe.
Naturally.
Because
we are sweeter sex.
And also a lot expensive, by the way. Because same amount, okay, you think Wagyu is just a breeding and plus also...
what they eat. What they eat is a factor? No?
And how much. So when you go to farmer, right, visit the farmer, they wouldn't show you, I never let me have a camera either. It's each farmer has the dietitian. Believe it or not, it's a very, very interesting dietitian in it. So then, simply, if you feed corn, it's actually animal become fat. That is a typical American beef is. But when actually too much corn, its fat gets yellow and actually taste of corn. So which is not really Japanese Wagyu. So what every farmer has idea, but initially everyone give corn, and after that can be soybean, soy and the beer lees. After that made the beer and leftovers, hops and all that. That's also giving as well, and the buckwheat, wheat, and it's real art form too. So either individual farmers has that way doing it. So that's why it tastes different and looks different, and the marbling is different. Who is the better, best on so on. It's actually different taste. This, yes? They keep it less sort of a exercise. But also, to be honest, nothing against the Wagyu beef. We use them too, and I do eat them too. But occasionally also I like the grass-fed. To grow the people think, now there's grass-fed. It's just pure red meat. But the thing is, they have a taste of meat. Taste of meat is grass-fed. Wagyu is actually taste of fat. Fat gives a taste. That's all it is. And that's how they grow. In Japan, it's a very precious thing. When I was little, it's to have a piece of steak is just a luxury. With a, lucky day today, kind of. Nowadays, everybody eat it, But it's a wonderful meat. I really like that. And then everyone knows how to make steak. Maybe it's a laugh. But the thing is, I like to show you idea of it to when entertaining somebody at home. You can actually you can pre-cook them without lose juice or the fat. Okay, so. First of all, small ones. When you do also do Wagyu, you got enough fat here, so better to initially take the sinew and also fat out. And also, normally it's a basic knowledge to cook the steak, which is always back to room temperature and then cook it, but not Wagyu, because already fat here, if back to room temperature, before, if you want to give nice crust, before crust actually, you never actually crust because fat melts it, so then you can't do it. So that, just take excess fat and sinew off. Just like that. Okay. One more. So if ready, by when I finish, then I will serve you some meat for you. Okay? So this is now from now on, no recipes, but something to know. I think it would be handy to know sort of knowledge, as a knowledge. Okay. So that's preparations done. Now, salt. Salt and pepper.
Maybe this one is better.
Black pepper. Okay. And very, very hot. And this is
You need tongs?
okay, this is white sesame oil. You know, sesame oil has slightly brown sort of color. Because being roasted and squeezed. That's why the brown color and they have aroma. This one has got no smell, but actually make taste very, very good. So I highly recommend to use this. Make sure frying pans are very hot. Tongue is not there, so I just do this. Excuse the hand, just. Oh, smells very good. So then a little bit more salt.
Some people say you shouldn't put salt on the meat. What do you think, Chef?
I do.
You do?
I do. Everyone different.
There's nothing wrong with putting salt on the meat.
You know, I know everybody how to grill steak, but after that I will show you what's end of result thing. So excess oil come out should be wiped down, okay? And also too, I'm not trying to say something. When you do steak or high heat cooking, induction stove is wonderful because no flame. Gas flame comes this way, so always on the edge you get burned. So center is actually never get hot. But induction react on the magnetic field. So then react on the metal. So then all fry pan surface is evenly hot. And recovery is no gas like this. So out on the flame, 50% of heat actually escape. You can see the color of the meat. So this way, you actually conceal the old juice and fat, everything inside. And just excess. Let's wipe up like that. Any questions? It's okay? Oh, I know, I'm sure everyone...
There's a lady here.
Yes? Grapeseed. I use grapeseed. I'm sorry. It's the most neutral oil, that's why, and also highest smoking point. So then it's very easy to use for the cooking. Sort of completely almost a crust, like the outside. Just a moment. Show you this. I will see this one. You don't want to push hard, just evenly make sure all surface of the meat touch the frying pan. That's why just... So when you're angry or not happy, don't cook the steak, because you never get a good result. Serious. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, now, up to this stage, so like this, and then put them in the oven. This seems a bit low, that's why actually I'm doing this, but about 60, 65. Don't go any further higher. 60 is good, because as I mentioned to you, Wagyu, why tastes good? Because they're fat. So if too high heat, then it will be cook the fat and then all melts down. So end up actually, there's no point having a most expensive beef. So leave like this. Yes. Nope. No more. But normally I like 60, but seems I've touched the 60, but that's a bit too low. That's why I'm up. But normally 60 degree is fine.
This lady wants to know about the evenness of the heat when you were cooking, right? About
I didn't understand fully what you were saying. I want him to explain again. You said the side, the middle.
Oh, okay. Okay. I actually love using an induction stove. Induction, which is I'm sure you know, okay? And then when compare with gas and induction stove, gas, no matter what, how big ring is, flame come out this way, right? When actually boiling a milk, what happens? In a gas stove, always on the edge of the pot, you get burned. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Right? But induction is the no flame. So evenly hot on the bottom. So you don't actually get burned actually on the edge. And means also put the frying pan on top. Okay. It's all surface evenly hot. So that's why. And also gas, you lose almost half of the heat from on the side. But this, no. So that's why you can get even, you know, surface heat. So then also very high temperature too. I mean, same time you can do very low temperature too. So it's a evenness and also the power of the heat. It gives nice seal on the beef. Because if slowly cook it, next thing is whole thing is melt down. It's just want to surface the crust, give it crust, so hold the actual all juice and fat.
And the best stove for induction is Gaggenau, of course. Gaggenau. Yeah, Gaggenau.
Okay? Yes.
Okay.
I think here quite few Japanese one. I'm not sure from Japan actually formally coming into it, but Australia and some New Zealand Wagyu beef is coming here, I believe. And just try it. Because even, we buy maybe 2 different brand. Then maybe you like A, maybe I like B. It's just, again. So just try it and then what kind of taste you like. Because you really fatty, oily one, or either less also too. And the taste of fat is different. Because your hand and my hands are different too. This is more like, if you're using a hand and some people. But I can tell you, cook Wagyu, don't cook well done, but also don't cook rare. Because if rare, fat actually hasn't cooked, right? So then a raw fat is not that nice. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm not going to tell you how to grill the meat, but what it is, if you grill this way and keep this, okay, when you're having a friends at home or entertaining, almost whatever, when you do that, and then, it's, as a host, every time, main course I go and cook and go to kitchen and doing this, and that's not entertaining either. And you cook this way, and this sort of temperature, you can keep 2 hours, no problem. Not going to overcook it. And perfectly 60 degrees, if more than 1 hour, put them in there. Actually, center is 60 degrees. And 60 degrees, you're not going to run out juice or anything like that.
So is it like medium, chef, pretty much? Is it you're cooking it to about medium?
Medium, rare side of medium.
Rare side of medium.
Medium, but medium rare, medium. So between medium rare, medium, that kind of feel you get. And then meat doesn't shrink. Okay, initially now meat is like this, right? Because high heat grilled, right? But then slowly relax the meat. And that's what we're doing. And so just give me one moment. And then, so what I'm doing, this is very convenient way. Even function you do at home, it's that same principle. If you don't have fancy oven, even like a 130, say so 130. It's no more dry, traditional oven. But if too hot, leave door open. Same thing. Please. You can do that too. Because once you seal that, but make sure cut thick. So then, fine, just seal it and put it inside. And then you want to have a little aroma to it, sliced garlic and rosemary and thyme just to get that on the baking tray. Put them in there. More other way, you can actually baking tray. It's actually ceramic or something like that. Put that, it on, and then when you take out, guess on the, and then keep the chopping board on the center of the table. You just cut it, serve it. Cooking is something, it's entertaining, and also you giving your feel to, cooking is giving, right? Again, you don't like somebody, you don't want to invite you. Invite you home and then cook for. You don't do it. So that kind of thing, it's that sort of feel. And you do for someone did something favor, so for the thank you, So it's put the food and wine, put the people together. That's a very important thing in life. I think good cook or no, doesn't matter. If somebody so much effort in it, you're gonna say, someone's house, oh, terrible food. You're not gonna say so, do you? But also you appreciate the effort. That's a cooking.
I agree. It's the biggest compliment you can give someone is to cook for them.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yes? Yes? Yes. Wagyu beef is originally, it's still fairly new in, Japanese history. But it's somehow developed way, when early on cattle came, because we don't have a huge field, like to feed. Because one grass-fed, just a grass-fed cattle grow, you need acres of it for one cattle. That's very precious for us. It's a tiny, small country in Japan. So it's not force-fed, but small cages and put the animal in, just feed it, right? So that's happened. And then over the years, just breed that way. So fatty animal, and if good stock, of course, next children comes up and fatty animals. That's how they came. And then around about less than 20 years ago, went to US a little bit, and also Australia and New Zealand. And that's how they started grow the F1, F2, which are crossbreed Wagyu. And now this is Australian one, but the pure breed ones. And pure breed ones actually taste a bit better. Yes?
Are you planning on expanding the business within Australia or outside?
Maybe come to Abu Dhabi. No. Thank you. No, I don't know. I have actually a restaurant. A restaurant in Singapore now I have, and we'll see. It's basically in future, which is depending on actually, I have enough staff, and the staff also want to do it or not. It's a restaurant business. People makes it. Good cook or no cook. It's not just people make the business. That's the restaurant business is. That's correct. One before, which is Ultimo, directly opposite from Pahas Museum. It's Harry Street. That's my first one, which is 87. And then after that, I went to Lozelle and now Kent Street. You never know, maybe Abu Dhabi.
Well, we would welcome that 100% to have one in Abu Dhabi.
Is it okay?
That's
Questions? Yes.
You said that in the kitchen, the oven warming technique can be used for 2 hours or so.
1 hour, 2 hours, yes.
Can we also use that for grilled fish and also grilled lambs and other?
Lamb is good. Fish, I'm not sure. I haven't tried yet, so I'll let you know.
You don't have to cover the
No, as it is. And you saw the very outside crusty, but again, because naturally moisture come out from inside, so then not going to be like either hard or anything like that. So resting a meat, that's all it is. When you're actually roasting something, then you normally take out and then cover alpha leaving outside to penetrate the heat into center. Same thing. Just so you're doing a steak version of it. But again, kind of beef never get dried out. So even, it's took 2 hours, end up 2.5 hours in there. Same, holding it.
This lady has a question.
Yes.
By what?
Wagyu. Massage. Not the massage. You know what it is? I've been in a farm. I think that's called it's a very hard brush. You know, like a hose when you open to people doing, they do for the Wagyu beef. It's normal, you know, cattle they don't, but the Wagyu cattle they do. Because normal farm is very small, cattle for 50 or something like that, and they, you know, make sure, you know, health conditions, farmer check them. Because remember, it's a very expensive exercise. 3 years, no income, no return for it. And they eat tons of it a year, they eat each animals. So it's even send you broke if you die or something like that. So they really take care of it. Sometimes I know they're giving beer.
Huh?
Yeah, and they drinks it. Amazing, from bottle like it. And also beer leaves. They like to eat beer leaves as well. It's a more give a fiber. It's not natural way grow the actually animal, to be honest. Grass fed, just let them go field and walk around. But Wagyu is not. Very small area, grow so many animals. That's what they do. So if I have allowed to have a time, still I have, isn't it? Oh, just
Actually,
about-
we're almost done.
Almost done, no?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. A convection oven. That's what you have? With a fan? No?
Fan for sale, this is actually, no, that's any open. Don't have temperature somewhere around that. It's okay. Fine. No problem. No, they don't. It's important the temperature. Retain temperature. That's all it is. Yes? Thank you. Thank you very much. Next year. Well, depend on the organizer because not my choice. It's, organizer, you know, invite me back or not. Actually, I didn't send the menu until about a few days ago, so they were. I'm not sure. Maybe some organizer was. Are you okay? I will send the food or ingredients done. Don't worry. And then they didn't. Yeah. So organizer, very old friend of mine too. But I mean, and then apparently, person who taking care of us and then. They even phone up, what is the menu? What is the recipe? And then, don't worry, it'll be fine. And then, yeah, that's what we did. So, so we'll see. If you request, maybe.
You are most welcome on behalf of everybody here, I think, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Such a great audience. And then after this, we'll cook for you what we did, but also to. Just I will show you something. It's I was going to do. Sorry. Okay. Sometimes when you omelette or scrambled egg in the morning, easiest way and a very tasty way. Okay, very quick. We'll make a scrambled egg. I'll make you very quick, easy, and also when you're getting, you know, when the scrambled egg. Actually, I love eggs. It's a very personal thing, but I like it. So even lunch or dinner, I don't really mind this scrambled egg and omelette or whatever. So, you know, often buy supermarket, egg is, it's okay. You know, just ordinary egg. You know, how do you improve the scrambled egg? Okay, first. I promise to make sure that I will do it. This is actually get normal Abu Dhabi egg. Okay. Make sure you use fork to like this to almost like cut the egg white. How to improve it is, believe it or not, cream corn.
Cream corn.
Can
From a
corn is
can.
okay. But you don't have to put the whole lot, just small amount. You don't want to taste of the corn, but just a little bit for the egg yolk, 4 eggs, maybe this much. That's all you need. And actually taste of the egg, some reason it's good. Don't ask me why chemistry, I don't know. But actually, I just wonder, put the corn in it. I had the corn. Actually, it tastes good. So that's my sort of thing. And cream. It's a no-calorie cream.
No, sorry?
No calories.
No calorie cream. The best kind. No, he wouldn't approve. He wants proper cream. Proper cream.
No, it's a 35% milk fat, so it's okay. It's a
35%.
real, genuine. Look, so cream, much as you wish. So like scrambled egg, just like that, and Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
What's called in yes, Parmesan.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Yes,
It's Italian
yes,
cheese, yeah.
Yes. No, I mean any.
In Arabic?
Arabic.
Well, it's
No,
just,
Parmesan.
it has no name. We say Parmigiana.
Parmesan.
Parmigiano.
Parmesan. So far? Okay. After the
Cheese.
cream, cheese. That's it. We can do other things too. Like we use the lobster, chop up. Can be. People think scrambled egg is a breakfast thing, but it can be many ways you can do it. This
Can be
is
dinner.
Yes, when you're a little bit peckish, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
for lunch.
Yeah, same. So if sauteed maybe with crab meat, or could be really absolutely anything you can do. Million things, and just only vegetables, or make it very plain and put with a lot of caviar. I think that's nice.
Even herbs are nice.
Herbs are
Various
nice, yeah.
herbs are nice. So nice even heat on that Gaggenau stove, you notice?
Very. How many ovens do you have at home?
I wish I had a Gaggenau oven. I wish, but I have two.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. And low-fat butter. Because everybody, when I do that, more fat, more oil, or more butter than that, it's hard to use, not hard to, except kind of thing. Otherwise, I don't use my cooking oil or fat or, butter or, except olive oil. And then sometimes we use cream butter. Sometimes I see my body shape, but it's shape of future, I think.
But don't you feel that all food is good, really, Chef?
Yes.
It's how much we eat of it. We abuse it, but all of it is good. It's real.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I don't like food, I'm not in this business. I don't think.
Exactly.
Oh, it's too hard.
And this is just unsalted butter.
Yes. I think scrambled egg omelette, you need a butter. No matter what, I think butter is important.
Of course, the real thing.
So feeding the
It's not as hot as you want.
sometimes, again, new appliances, I mean,
Yeah, you have to work them
you
in.
have to sort of, what number does to it.
You want to try this one maybe?
No, working,
It's
it's fine.
okay, it's good?
Just what number, what sort of, expecting what temperature can. Okay. A little bit salt. Pink sugar. No. Just like that.
So you're trying to cook it gently.
Yes.
Yes.
Just sort of like use a spatula.
Because you want the scrambled eggs to be creamy,
Yes.
right?
Correct. So after this program is, we're going to cook while we made it. So, but also we brought crab meat, which is come from Australia. I think you can buy now too. I think he is supposed someone importing. It's we had such a disaster in Queensland. Few weeks
The
ago.
flooding, yes.
It's called spanner crab. Biggest fishery is actually in Queensland, where the Great Barrier Reef is. It's a wonderful crab. And may I have the crab meat? And you can get. I love crab, but actually something I don't like, deshelling meat. So we can buy the crab meat. So uncooked one.
Oh, yes.
So often Chinese restaurant you go prawn, calamari or squid, and lobster, salt pepper crab. That kind of. So we make you from crab meat. So you see it after dish I make, over there I make, and then we serve it. Taste it. It's delicious. You can do same way. Just take meat out and salt, pepper, but seasoning. Just after this, I will show you that too. Seasoning is important. 5 spice, salt, pepper, which that's why they call salt or pepper. But again, put a little bit of sugar into it. Then touch sugar. That's how they make.
What is in the 5 spice, chef?
5 spice?
Yeah. What are
Chinese
the spices?
one, to be
Oh,
honest,
the Chinese 5 spice.
I don't really know. To be
Don't know.
honest. Exactly, yeah.
It's usually packaged that way,
Correct.
5 spice.
You can buy anywhere. So, can you see that? I didn't put a hard salt because you have Parmesan cheese has the salt, and also they have a very nice, tastiness to it. Because Parmesan cheese, why it tastes good is the amino acid. Okay. Ready? What we do? After this is ricotta cheese. Okay? Put it like this. So put the ricotta cheese into it. Ricotta in local word.
Which is easy to find here. We have it.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Just pour it like this.
Ricotta cheese. What would be a nice cheese to substitute, chef, if let's say I couldn't find ricotta? What would you suggest?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Not always something substitute.
I know, but just in case. Would cottage cheese be good? No.
Unless
It's
you
not
like
as
it.
creamy, unless you like it, yeah. Because ricotta cheese is very creamy.
Yes. And this one, so when you get the cold, still very tasty and very soft. Because the ricotta retains, but the ricotta is also, after the cheese, leftover water, it's milk to make that. So it's very low calories. Low
These are
calories,
just
so
a little bit of
like
chives.
chive.
And this?
This,
What's that?
I like it. It's baby chives.
Baby chives.
So this is the,
Beautiful.
this
Gorgeous.
is only for, and then just come out like that. Well, I think over time, so I think organizers are being.
But it was a
cranky about
pleasure,
this.
Chef. Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much.
much. Thank you very much. Such a great audience.
you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Chef. It was a
Thank you very
pleasure to be here with you on
Thank you.
stage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is haute cuisine. Thank you. It's very